Hello, I'm Diane Spadola, and welcome to the Thursday Afternoon Tune-Up. This is episode number 73, and this video series is brought to you by Accelerate Your Success, the Business Booster Program for Entertainers. Jump on over to Facebook when I'm done with this video, and you can join my free Facebook group by the same name, Accelerate Your Success. There is all kind of goodies that you'll find over there that you can download out of the files section for free. And there's also, I don't know, 4, 5, maybe 7 units of free training. So think of this video as your information and inspirational pit stop before the race, which is your busy weekend. Today's topic is about online etiquette. As you know, there has been a lot of stuff going on in the world, not only related to the COVID-19 pandemic, but the unrest and tremendous conversations that have been happening over the Black Lives Matter. I'm not going to address those issues today, but what I am going to talk about a little bit is about how we present ourselves online. And the first thing you need to be aware of is that your personal profile on social media and your business profile on social media are really not completely separate. Anybody can look at your business page and then go find your personal profile and see where you've been posting and what you've been talking about. So the language that you use in your posts, even on your personal profile, are things you want to consider about whether you would want that language, let's say, printed on the front page of the New York Times. That was always the smell test that we used when I worked in Big Pharma, is if you knew that you wouldn't want it appearing on the front page of the New York Times, then you really don't want to do it, say it, write it. Secondly, attention in an online world is very, very easy to steal. As you know, you've gone down the Facebook rabbit hole, maybe the Instagram rabbit hole, maybe even you play around all day long on LinkedIn. I don't know, and I wouldn't get me even started about YouTube. But because of the fact that attention is easy to steal, we shouldn't be doing it. We shouldn't be attracting attention to ourselves just in order to give ourselves credit. Seth Godin once shared a really interesting analogy, and that is that if you were in a Broadway musical in the audience, okay, you wouldn't stand up and start selling party entertainment services in the middle of a show. So don't do the same thing with your keyboard. People have granted you permission to talk to them, to sell to them, to market to them, and you should only be doing it if they've granted you that permission. And the content should be relevant. Third, if you need a timely response, like it's an urgent request for information, don't post your request for information online. Use the phone. Use a direct message to the person that you're asking, or use a direct email or a text. I would probably go for the text, the phone, or the direct message, because even people's emails are not being answered on a daily basis, probably because of the pandemic and because of information overload with homeschooling and working remotely and everything else. But if you have a philosophical discussion, or you're involved in a controversial argument, debate, dialogue, those sorts of things should also not be done online. It's much easier to make sure that there is no misinterpretation, no miscommunication, and that the tone of what you're talking about is appropriate for the topic. It's easier to control that when you're speaking in person. So If you want to have a debate or a controversy, don't do it online. Just talk to the person. Whatever you say online, despite the fact that you might think it was private, trust me, it always leaves a footprint. So if you don't want your footprint to be seen, then don't post it online. You need to kind of assume that people are watching all the time, and they'll use what they see as an opportunity to judge whether they want to do business with you. So keep it clean, keep it nice, be kind to your fellow man, and I'll see you next week.